US President Donald Trump's recent visit to Saudi Arabia is one dotted with important meetings, deals, declarations. Recently, Trump met the Syrian president, Ahmed Al-Sharaa, a day after announcing that all US sanctions on Syria would be lifted. Both the leaders met before a conference of the Gulf Cooperation Council in Riyadh, in the presence of the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Significantly, the Trump-Sharaa meeting is the first such encounter between the leaders of the two sides in almost 25 years. And quite evidently, one which saw a lot of developments. Last time any US president met his Syrian counterpart was Bill Clinton. That too, in a bid to revive stalled Israel-Syria peace talks. This time, though, the message is more immediate and directly concerns Washington's policy towards the government in Damascus, and thus marking a distinct shift from its previous engagement. Yesterday, Trump's announcement of lifting all sanctions on Syria came as a shock to many, shocking because of the concerns posed by a section within his administration over the ties of former Syrian leaders with Al-Qaeda. Trump said it was time for the country to move forward, and the U.S. move would only give it a fresh start. Listen to this.
The support of leaders in this room, and they're great leaders, you are. We are currently exploring normalizing relations with Syria's new government, as you know, beginning with my meeting with President Ahmed Al-Sharaa and Secretary Rubio's meeting with the Syrian foreign minister in Turkey after discussing the situation with Crown Prince Mohammed and President Erdogan of Turkey. I am also ordering the cessation of sanctions against Syria to give them a fresh start. It gives them a chance for greatness.
Trump's decision was also heavily backed by the Saudi Crown Prince and the Turkish president, as it is being largely viewed as the US redirecting its policy towards West Asia. And this is good news for the Syrians, who bore the brunt of a country battered by years of civil war, plus a golden chance for Syria to revive its shattered economy, as well as stabilize its fractured ties with the Western superpower, post the toppling of its previous regime under Bashar al-Assad. A potent move that could end Syria's international isolation once and for all.
Lifting the sanctions will have a positive impact because, as you mentioned, we've been isolated from everything. When it comes to softwares, all of the programs we have are not original and are cracked. Other than that, we will have the ability to access services like electronic payments, online shopping, and to get new products.
And according to a White House spokesperson, Trump's proposal to the Syrian president also included normalizing ties with Israel and avoiding a new front of war from shaping up. But what really explains Washington softening its tone towards Syria and broadly the US outreach towards the region? Well, this could be motivated by Trump's move to court Gulf allies to attract huge investments in America, as well as to further establish itself as an important force and mediator. What's more, ahead of the summit, Syria's rock-solid pitch to woo Donald Trump could have also played a part in his decision, including rare benefits like access to Syrian oil and building of Trump Tower in Damascus, symbolic of the U.S. cooperation in the region, an offer simply too good to resist in a way for Donald Trump. Not just as a business opportunity, but also a win-win as far as diplomacy is concerned. But how will all of this pan out in the coming days? We'll have to wait and watch. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.